Welcome to Viva's network training course. Our focus today is on how to write a strategic plan. A strategic plan document sets out how the network will move from the present position to the one it intends to reach by the end of an identified period, usually 3 to 5 years. The format of your plan will depend on how your network's needs are, who you are communicating to, and what plan you want to have to put in place. But most strategic plans usually contain background and context of the network, a clear statement of the network's values, vision, and mission, the distinctives of the network approach, summary of the network's performance so far, and the reasons for this, the specific changes or outcomes to the network that you want to deliver, the situation of the children in the network, location, and the key issues that the network intends to tackle, strategic priorities and goals in the coming years. You have to give a time frame to this, clear objectives to help the network achieve its strategic goals, what approaches the network will use to address its strategic goals. Give a rationale for this. This is very important. The type of activities that the network will engage in to achieve its objectives, a theory of change which shows the logic of how activities achieve objectives and objectives achieve the strategic goal, plans for how the whole network and the changes are going to be delivered, delivering programs, what you will be building on in the network, and recruiting new members and retaining the old. An analysis of the potential opportunities and challenges for the network in the future, and an outline of how the network will track the progress of this strategy, including milestones and indicators of success. Ideally, the strategic plan should be written in one document, but it could work just as well as a collection of short summary documents with a few illustrative diagrams, for example. And you might want to consider a range of formats for different audiences, from posters and flyers to presentations and to one-on-one conversations. A well-produced and published illustrated strategic document can be a very useful tool for fundraising and for sending to potential donors. Once the strategic plan has been written, it should be shared with and endorsed by all the network members. Implementing this strategic plan. To enable you to implement your strategic plan, you will need to make sure that you communicate your strategy to all the network members so they understand and support it, and they can play a communicative role in what the strategic plan says. You may want to help those implementing the strategy to be more strategic in their own work, to be able to develop the ability to monitor and to monitor and to evaluate their own progress. You will also need to set time aside to fully design any programs contributing to the achievement of the network's strategic goals and their objectives. Program design and planning are covered in other Viva resources, and your network consultant can assist you with this. As a network, you will need to revisit strategic planning, evaluate how you're doing against the plan, and make any changes to the plan as circumstances change. It is important that the process of the strategic thinking does not stop once the strategic plan has been produced. However, the plan can provide a roadmap for the network against strategic decisions that are going to be made. If new opportunities arise or present themselves to the network, it is always useful to reflect back and to see whether this would be in and within the vision, mission, and the values of the network in the articulated time of the strategic plan. So something that you can reflect on as we conclude. Developing your strategic plan checklist. Ensure that you're looking at the outline of the program direction to deliver a strategic plan.